What's up, YouTube? Flan Speaks here, man. This here is my prediction for the Eagles versus the Rams. We got the Rams coming up, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's a lot about this matchup I don't like. This particular week, there's a lot I don't like. First thing I don't like is going on the road all the way to the Rams, right? Especially after coming off of the hard-fought game in a division game against the Commanders. Now, the Commanders, we should have made easier work than we did. For some reason, a coaching staff, man, weren't prepared like I thought they should have been. And the game ended up being, an overtime thriller. Which, I mean, say what you want about it, building character and all that kind of stuff. I do think there is something to that. But it does take something out of the team. Now they're traveling all the way to the West Coast to face the Rams. Here again, I think the coaching advantage goes to the opponent. I believe, we got Sean Desai, his new defensive coordinator. I'm really interested to see what he does going up against a Sean McVay, especially with him having Matthew Stafford, and as well as this new receiver, Nakua Puka, weirdest name I ever seen, and Cooper Kupp coming back, I believe. There's a lot, man, that I'm curious to see here. I'm going to sit back and watch. I don't expect Desai to have the advantage here, unless somehow our defensive line can completely dominate the Rams' offensive line. If that happens, then that changes everything. It's possible. But see, my thing is, I can only judge Desai based off of what I've seen so far. And what concerns me is this propensity to play this soft coverage. And I'm telling you right now, if you go out there playing that soft coverage against Matthew Stafford that you played against Sam Howell, I mean, this could get really ugly for the defense. I mean, I can see the Rams putting up over mid-30s, 40 points easy against that coverage. Matthew Stafford is excellent at reading defenses. He's seen so many defenses. I mean, if you're not even going to try to trick him or fool him or show him some looks that confuses him, and you make it really easy for him, then he has experienced, Super Bowl tested receiver Cooper Kupp, along with this young guy coming back. It could get really ugly. I can see it going that way. Now, what I hope is that Sean Desai is prepared, and I hope they take some lessons from what they've been doing with this defense, and I hope they are not deluded by what happened. Meaning, we won the game anyway, so the defense did good somehow, or only focusing on the good things, or blaming it on the penalties. Hopefully, they're not going to do that. But I don't know. I don't understand why they haven't seen enough to want to scratch the Fangio defense, but it is what it is. It's a concern of mine, honestly. And I'm going to probably have this concern against every high-powered offense until I see them show me that they can stop it or do better. Now, like I said, it's not the players. A lot of these talking heads, man, on ESPN and just idiot Nick Wright and a lot of these other guys who are just saying, we need to get pieces in the secondary. No, it's not the players, bro. It's the scheme. Doesn't matter who. I don't care if you had Deion Sanders and Rod Woodson or Deion Sanders and Charles Woodson. If all you're going to do is play off of receivers, they're going to eat you up. They're going to eat you alive. And I don't think you can afford to go with that strategy against an offense like the Rams. So I don't like that. The other thing I don't like is I don't like Cam Jurgens being hurt. And Cam Jurgens being the right guard next to Lane Johnson. And then you got to think about Aaron Donald. That means Aaron Donald will probably be his primary responsibility. That I don't like, of course. I'm assuming we're going to go in and double Aaron Donald. Yeah, I suggest you double him every freaking play. And run the ball a lot, to try to wear the guy down. Right, but I don't like that matchup. I don't like the traveling. I don't like any West Coast trips, honestly. The least that's going to happen here, this is going to test the mental fortitude of this team. I definitely believe if the offense is clicking, we could put up points on them. I mean, it isn't like they have the Jalen Ramseys and the stars like that in the secondary. So there should be no excuse for our receivers or our quarterback to be, really having a lot of problems with the Rams defense, I don't think. Except for that line. Gotta contain Aaron Donald. But on the other hand, I can honestly see if we win this game, the only way I can see us winning it right now, based off of what Desai is showing me, we got to score these 40 points and maybe win 40-37 if we're going to win the game, 42-38, whatever, something like that. Unfortunately, that's the way I see it. Unless we're going to just run the ball, grind it out, keep the ball out of Stafford's hands, but I don't know, if that works either. But I might just have to be real with y'all right now. The way I'm seeing it, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, and listen, I love the Eagles to death, all of that. This really has a chance. Excuse me. This has a serious chance to be the first loss that we take for the season. If there's going to be one, it'll be this week. If there's going to be one, it'll be this week. And if we win this game, however it means, I will be supremely impressed with this team, because this is on the road, right? The other games like Buffalo, Miami, I believe most of those games are at home. Gotta make sure, but I believe so. So, right now, man, I got us losing possibly Rams 34 and Eagles 20, 34-30. I'll go with that. You know what I mean? I just got us possibly having control of the game. And then towards the end, Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp hook up for like some touchdown that kills us in the end. I hate the fact that I see it that way. But I tell you what, if something like that was to happen and it leads to a loss, if that loss leads to this team waking up and this defensive staff waking up and this offense and this whole organization waking up to the fact that they need to make some wholesale changes with the way they prevent, especially the way that they keep leads, then that'll be a good thing. You know what I mean? Sorry for this prediction, people, but that's the way I'm seeing it. I have to be honest. Peace.